Hello and Namaskar. I am Dr. Avnish Seth, Head of Manipal Organ Sharing and Transplant. I'll be sharing with you some do's and don'ts and myths associated with organ donation in our country. The first thing to do is to pledge to donate your organs after death. There are 4 lakh people in this country who need an organ transplant every year, and currently we are doing only about 14,000. Similarly, there are 1 lakh people in the country who need a cornea transplant, but only 25,000 manage to get one. Angdan Mahadan hai. So I think it will be wonderful if all of us pledge to donate when we are no longer in this world. Do remember that when we pledge, there is no legal binding to do so. It's not a legal document. It is just a show of intent. We must tell our family members that we have pledged. We must tell our family members that this is our wish, and when we are no more in this world, our organs and tissues should be donated. Do remember that this pledge is not hospital specific. It is not state specific. It is not even country specific. It just shows our intent on going ahead with organ donation and tissue donation. What are the myths associated with organ donation in our country? People often ask us, does my religion allow for organ donation? Please remember that there is no religion in the world which says that do not donate organs. So please go ahead, and we often tell the religious leaders that when you have an audience, please tell them to go ahead and donate organs. Another myth is that if I donate my eyes, for example, I'll be born blind in the next janam. So our answer to that is, if we get a cancer in the uterus or a cancer in one of our organs, or like the breast, we don't think twice before we take it out of our body. So why do we want to think like that when it comes to a very altruistic act like organ donation? Another common myth we see in our day-to-day is the people are worried, that when somebody is brain dead, and we take organs from that patient, that person, their loved one, is going to feel some kind of pain during the process. So what I would like to tell you is that brain death is death. In brain death, the injury has occurred to the brain, either in the form of a head injury or a stroke. So the brain has died, but the heart is still beating. So the blood supply to the organs is still continuing. But brain death is irreversible. Brain death is dead. A person who is brain dead is incapable of feeling any pain. Even then, when we retrieve organs and tissues, it is done with utmost dignity in an operation theatre for organs. And when we take tissues like the eyes, we are only taking the outer transparent layer, the cornea. There is no disfigurement of any sort. A last myth that I would like to talk about is when people donate organs and tissues, they are worried that they will go to the rich and the influential. So do remember again here that it is not the hospitals that decide who the organ recipient is going to be. It is the government of India. So we have an organization called NATO, the National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization, which has regional and state offices. They are the ones who maintain the waiting list and make sure that the people who need an organ the most, irrespective of their financial status or influence, people who need their organs most get their organs. So please, as we are closing to Independence Day, I request all of you to seriously consider taking a pledge. Thank you and Jai Hind.